How old is he? 7?
No, it's more than 7. Much 75.
No, yeah, because they're 15.
University, so she must be 7.
It doesn't work. Microphone.
Who is
Oh, that's not working now.
who is a person with an extraordinary way of relating to people, to all people, with kindness, with equanimity. And I really want to thank you, Rabbi Marwick, also for your support in this wonderful endeavor for today. And thank you for everything that you do. And Baruch Hashem, for a wonderful friend like Rabbi Skler, the most unusual thinker, most unusual person. And we thank Hashem that we have this wonderful relationship, whether I'm here or by Skype, when I'm in Europe. We do relate, and we relate well exactly the way you mentioned it. So thank you very much for your friendship and for everything that you offer. Thank you. Oh Hashem, for all our family and all our friends who are here to celebrate with us. Oh Hashem, that we are all here and well. Oh Hashem, for allowing us to reach this day. Oh Hashem, for blessing us with 50 years of health, of happiness, with wonderful children, grandchildren, a wonderful community, a wonderful shul, and parnosa. Oh Hashem, for enabling us to fulfill this great mitzvah. And Baruch Hashem, for setting us up, the two of us, to meet as mere teenagers 55 years ago, and letting us know that we are b'she'ert, a clear sign of Hashem's hand in our lives.
If ever there was a b'she'ert story, this is it. Peter and I met at the train station in Basel on July 20th, 1960 at 7 o'clock in the morning. Not the most romantic time of day, but it became the beginning of something spectacular. I was 13 years old. Peter was 16. Together with my parents and my brother, we had just made a queasy crossing of the English Channel the night before and traveled the whole night from the northern coast of France by train to Switzerland. I was coming to Basel to visit my grandmother, my father's sister, my father's mother, who lived with his sister, my Aunt Ellie, in Basel, Switzerland. The last time that my grandmother had been able to see me, I was 6 months old. It was time, really time, and so my father arranged this trip. Waiting at the station to greet us so early in the morning were my uncle, who was also visiting from America, and one of my 2 Basel cousins. 2 other young people approached us as we got off the train as well, and to my utter surprise and disbelief, the young man gave me a welcome kiss on 2 cheeks, as is Swiss custom. Yes, that's where it started. I was completely bewildered and a little nervous, and I sidled over to my father and I hissed in his ear, "That boy just kissed me. Who is he?" My father looked up from the passports he was juggling and said, "Oh, that's Peter. That's Tante Ellie's nephew." So for the mishpachologists among you, Peter and I share an aunt and an uncle and 2 cousins. But we are not cousins. We are from the opposite sides of the Warshawski-Nussbaum family. If you're a little confused, see me later and I'll give you the Rashi. For Peter's part, there was no worldly reason for him to be at that station. He had taken a trip with his father to Geneva a few days before to visit a cousin. He urged his father to cut the trip short and go home early, a day early. His father was perplexed. He said, "Why do you want to go home early so badly?" Peter answered, "There are these people coming from America, and I want to meet them at the station." My future father-in-law said, "But why? You don't know these people. You're not related to these people. They don't mean anything to you." Peter said, "I don't know. I just want to go. I want to meet them when they arrive." His kind father changed their flights home and unknowingly opened the door to the future. How else can we explain it but the shared? For the rest of our 12-day visit, Peter became the Basel guide for my brother and me because he had had 1 year of high school English, spoke French, which he sprinkled in, and he was the only young person that my brother and I understood. So he took us around. It was a marvelous 12 days, and I was crestfallen and desolate as only a young teenage girl can be when it was time for my family to leave. On the way home, I asked my parents if I could go back to Switzerland, I'm 13, to visit Peter again. I suppose they thought they were safe when they said, "It's okay, you can go back sometime, but that's not something we would pay for." It took me 2 years, babysitting and odd jobs, but before my 16th birthday, I was back in Basel on my money. A year later, it was Peter's turn to visit me in Baltimore. Following year, we could get engaged, and we had a reception here in Baltimore and a reception again in Basel. My mother used to say, "You're the most engaged and married couple I know." It was also my mother's sound advice to live in Basel for a year before getting married so I could get accustomed to my future home. Peter was working, I was studying German and learning Swissness, and in August 1965, we had finally the wedding of our dreams in the Grand Synagogue in Basel. And the rest, as they say, is history. 50 years of it.
So as the time approached, about 2 years ago, we thought about how we want to celebrate this great event. First, we came up with the usual ways of celebrating a trip, a special vacation. Then we said, really? Another trip? We're traveling all the time. We have, oh, Hashem seen so much. And then, like a revelation, we thought of getting our own family Sefer Torah. That would be a most fitting way to celebrate our 50-year union. Now, the question was, should we have it written in Israel or in Baltimore? Well, given our whole history, as you just heard some of it, the thought came to us in a flash. Wouldn't it be meaningful to have a Sefer Torah from the Kehillah in Basel? And so it happened. On one of my trips to Basel, I spoke to my old friends there in Shul, and they were indeed willing to sell us one of their Sefer Torah that needed to be restored. Rav Nissenholz took it with him to Israel to have it repaired, put in perfect order, and certified. And that's how we are now able to fulfill this great mitzvah, about which I will say more in a moment. Another member of the Basel Kehillah brought the Sefer back to Basel, and I brought it to Baltimore on one of my return trips. On another trip, I brought back the Altzei Chaim, and since then, our Sefer Torah has been waiting patiently, quietly, in this Aron Kodesh, unbeknownst to most people, wrapped in a tallis, for its day when it's welcomed by its friends in the Aron Kodesh, and by the whole family, and all our friends and the whole congregation. And today is the day. So we feel this to be very special to have this Sefer Torah from Basel, where I grew up, where I had my bar mitzvah, and where we were married today, 50 years ago. Moreover, given that this Sefer was written in the 40s, it is most likely that my beloved grandfather, Hachover Moshe ben Avrom Loeb, who was the chazan in the Kehillah of Basel, learned from this very Sefer. It can't get much more meaningful. When I first told my dear friend Aryeh Gottenberg about our plans, he exclaimed, "Shira!" Indeed, we have the schus to fulfill this mitzvah. In Vayelech, where it says, "Ve'ato kisvu lochem es hashira asos, v'lamdos b'nei Yisrael, simo b'fihem laman tiyeli hashira asos, le'ed b'nei Yisrael." So now, write this song for yourselves and teach it to the children of Israel. Place it in their mouth, so that this song shall be for me a witness against the children of Israel. From among the many commentaries on this pasuk, for us, Rav Gedalia Shor's explanation of what the word Shira represents is most meaningful and apropos, as by now you can have figured out. He states that Shira implies the concept of harmony, in that people recognize that all elements of the universe fuse in carrying out Hashem's will. Just as all the notes in the score of a complex song, all the instruments of an orchestra, and all the voices in a choir join in harmonious cooperation to create a song. In Ha'azino, Israel is shown how all parts of creation respond harmoniously to the sins and the good deeds of God's people. So we hope and wish that this Sefer Torah will bring about and perpetuate harmony in every way, in the family, in our beloved shul, in our community, in Eretz Yisrael, and indeed in the whole world.
Peter and I wanted our family Torah to exude the harmony and the warmth of family and connection. Peter was able to find the Sefer Torah and the Eitz Hymn in Basel, and we had the Sefer mounted on the Eitz Hymn here in Baltimore. The mantles come from New York by way of India for the decorative embroidery, and we chose burgundy for the regular mantle to reflect the warmth and love, with the text in gold to hint at this special anniversary. The yad and the crown come from Eretz Yisrael, and we found them here in Baltimore. We think that their special style and the gems in the crown carry forward the feeling of harmony and warmth and the connection between the old world and the new, both of which is such a part of us. We chose to dedicate a Sefer Torah to mark this day because we feel so blessed. We are so happy, and we wanted to extend those feelings outward and share them with as many people as possible.
We see this Torah as a way to infuse a deeper sense of meaning and connection to eternity into this personal, time-bound milestone.
We've dedicated this Torah to our family as an expression of our ongoing, eternal love for them and the continuation from generation to generation.
We want this Torah to be a bridge between worlds, originating in Basel, settling down here at Shomrei Emunah in Baltimore, symbolizing an arc of belonging across time and geography.
We would like this Torah to represent to our past and our hopes for the future of our family and Klal Yisrael. Eitz Chayim Hi, may we all cling to it forever.
It is our fond hope and wish that this Torah be used in this spirit of celebration, of harmony, and of simcha. That is always our desire and our special joy on this day. Zei hayom osa Hashem, nogila v'nismachu bo. Let us rejoice in it. Mazel tov to all, and thank you all very, very much.